Welcome to stockmarketfunding.com. One thing that we would like to show, and why I'm doing the video, I would hope that people will mute their microphones. Okay? Thank you. What we have here is a VXN, NASDAQ 100 Volatility Index. And what we're going to show you is the differences between the Dow and this chart on an intraday level. And we've had some attempted bounces on an intraday level. Now, it's only going to be very clear to you that this was a fear index, because that's basically what it is. And we hadn't had any fear in the market. Go look on our homepage, Stock Market Funding, and go back and take a look in April 24th or so. Fetch those videos on the Dow and the special Dow report that we did. So that what you're seeing here is a profit taking sessions back to back, and people are taking money out of the market because that's what they're doing. Otherwise, you wouldn't be having such big negative money flows if people weren't taking the money. Anyway, during the day, we had this nice attempted bounce, and we put in a reversal here and then a top intraday. If you take a look at the bottom carefully, which is right here, you'll know that the low there was 10088.19 on an intraday level. And we broke to the high here on the first pass, and that high was 10231.70 with another pass here at another high of 10224.75. And basically at the same time that was happening, this fear indicator, the VXN, which is equal to this right here, NASDAQ 100 index down 53. Bing. You know, Dow is only down there. But you could see the amount of Dow points that you got back there on an intraday level. You could also see where the NASDAQ 100, when that went down, that's where stocks like Apple and Google, which had a good bounce. I told everyone today before the stock market opened that once you put in the low, you'd have a $10 bounce. And we're finally getting close to that number right there. 4.73.80. Prints are going up at 481.95. 482. So that's the $10 move that I was talking about. And it performed quite well. What I am telling people here is when this broke down, stocks like Amazon, stocks like, oh, there's other good ones that like to move. The ones that I like lately that are good traders is Google, your Apples, of course, and Amazon has been in a distribution mode right here. Go back to my website, take a look at not this quarter, but the January quarterly earnings. We're clear back down here to 120. When we were buying it once, it was back in January, whatever it was. We have the live videos on the site. It was like around 115. After hours, we were doing it. Go fetch those videos. Those prices are coming back into the marketplace. And that's where we're at. The call contracts during that time bounced quite nicely on the 470 call in the money. But anyway, that was your intraday breakout on the Dow, and you can't take out the high. That is a major area right now that the buyer needs to step in. And this isn't happening. It only went from that number to the numbers that I stated on the videotape. This is ticking back up, and this is start to tick back down. And here we are. So when stocks roll up, they stall at price resistance, called the SMF. We already have a system that tells you where these price resistances and pressures on the stock is going to be, so when you short it, you make a profit going down. as an example. I'm showing you that's what you'd be looking at. So here we are. We're going up. We're going to come down here. And that's where we're at on the Dow. And then that's the VXN. It's important to know where the VXN is because some of your leaders are in there. And the NASDAQ 100 per se itself. Apple made a market as well. And here's our Apple move off the bottoms. Bam. Followed that Dow chart. Dow had that long right leg, and Apple went right with it to the perfect. And even is having a reversal just like that last Dow chart I showed you. See, 3-6. So basically, when this went down, Apple went up, and then it consolidated. And we're starting to tick up back here. If this goes higher, this move will be breached when you see another round of volume. That's the comparison. Look, this is the leg down. That's the leg up on Apple. Nice trade. Nice profits all the way.